Stephanie, cameraman, live at the Chicago Traders Expo with Todd Gordon. Nice to see you, Todd.
Nice to see you, Steph.
Yeah, we've been talking about the Elliott wave, which is fascinating. You know, but my thing is, what prepared you? I mean, what experience in your lifetime prepared you to be the successful trader that you are? We all have that, so what was it for you?
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't a very good student. I'll tell you that right now.
Me neither.
Yeah, which I think that's good for trading.
Your teachers are like, what happened to Todd? How did he get there?
No, seriously. When I went to St. Lawrence University, upstate New York, and I remember my financial economics 301 professor. It was financial economics, Dr. Morrell. And I barely went to class, and I was like trading options out of my dorm room. And I would just come in, and I was telling him what I was doing. This was in '99, so I was trading AOL options.
Right.
And
AOL.
Like this, so he's like, I was showing him what I was doing. He's like, Todd, just here's a 3-0, just get out of here. He was awesome, and so.
You don't learn things in college where do you learn them? Where'd you learn how to trade?
Sure. Well, the one experience that we were talking about that I did take from this college is I was a Division I ski racer, downhill ski racer, and the one thing you don't see when you're watching the Olympics is the guys spend hours side-slipping the course. So they go down very slow, and you're formulating a plan of attack, saying, okay, the sun's hitting the snow at this point, it's going to be softer, water's there, it's going to slow me down, I got to adjust. And then all of a sudden you go into a shaded spot where it's going to get really icy, so you got to be on your edges, pitches, you got to have the whole thing built into your mind such that when you're doing 50 miles an hour, you're on an automatic pilot.
Right.
Because there's going to be one or two things that pop up that you can't see ahead of time, and your mind has to be clear to fire and to interpret and adjust for that. So skiing, I just took me forever to use that experience as trading, basically preparing yourself before you get into the trade.
Right, and if this happens, it's just prepare. I mean, that's amazing. Really.
Thank you. And that's how I found Elliott Wave.
Discipline too. You didn't just go down. You really mapped it out. You had the discipline to do that. And with trading, it's all about discipline.
100 races were won and lost by hundredths of a second. When you're doing 50 miles an hour, hundredths of a second is probably like 5 or 6 feet at that speed. So I mean, it's everything counts, and
it's fast.
It's fast, yeah. And if you're gonna wind up in the trees and have a bad day, but Elliott Wave for me was just that's the only way I could kind of map out the course and say, if this happens, I'm going to do that, if this happens, I'm going to do this. So just kind of get the whole context. Yeah. So I took my first job out of school was prop trading in San Diego. So
we all started in the prop.
Yeah, we all.
Who has money?
Yeah.
When
you're broke. You're broke.
I know. It's great though. But if you're good, you survive, you make money, and then you trade your own money.
I was eating In-N-Out Burger in California like 5 days a week because that's all you could afford. I was splitting 50-50 with the prop shop in San Diego.
Exactly. Yep.
Like I was making a living trading, but I wasn't living very well. So
it takes a while.
So kind of progressed through there. I left California in LA. I was working for a CTA, and then I got a job on Wall Street in foreign exchange because I was getting at that point into Elliott Wave. And starting to chart my trades rather than day trading. And I had a job as a senior technical analyst for the firm, and I would just simply take that trade and go execute it in a hedge fund. So every day I would write an Elliott Wave trade, go execute in the hedge fund, and then come back and say, guys, here's what we did right, here's what we did wrong. I'd have real size on, and just trade publicly and go through the learning process, and people just kind of accepted it.
Tell us about your newsletter.
Sure.
How can we find you, follow you?
Sure. Yeah, no, it's tradinganalysis.com, and I just take the exact same model that I just described at the brokerage firm. I trade every single recommendation I put out there. I trade myself with real capital. I do a daily video, and I just live the markets and just share my experience with the customers, and completely transparent. Don't no smoke and mirrors like some in this industry. I win some, I lose some.
I know. But, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. It was really great meeting with you.
Thanks, Steph.
Yeah,
You as well.
It's been awesome.
Awesome.
Guys.